a lot of people don't understand. We don't need a tinfoil hat to understand that the universities are fucked up. And nobody does. Look at them. Holy shit. Harvard, let's name some more universities. They're all messed up. And the fact is, I know I keep throwing out sources, but there's this book I read. It's called The Critical Turn in Education. It was published by a Marxist at Iowa State University named Isaac Gottesman in 2016, 15, one or the other. And right from the beginning, one of the things he's explaining is that people with their ideology of education, which is called critical pedagogy, actually had captured our schools of education virtually entirely by 1992. That's the date the Marxists themselves say, this is when we got the schools of education. So I try to explain this in this documentary that I've got coming out in May called Beneath Sheep's Clothing, and it's very simple. If you get the colleges of education, then you're going to get the teachers. And if you get the teachers, then you get the kids. And if you get the kids in a generational strategy, you get the future. And that was, they own the schools. Like they own the manufacturing plant where we build teachers and administrators. They're called colleges of education. They have a virtual monopoly on producing them. And they have said in their own words that their ideology has run the schools since 1992. That's, if we're keeping track on our fingers, 32 years ago.
Well, this is what Yuri Bezmenov talked about
exactly.
in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's like I say what I just said, and then Yuri in the trailer to that film, which is at the top of my Twitter, if anybody wants to see it.
Let's see it.
We go back and forth. Yeah, it's like right at the top after
Let's see the trailer.
Cool book.
When does this come out?
End of May.
Most people are blissfully unaware that all this is going on.
That's why I'm writing books and making movies where I could be going out and enjoying my life.
Yeah.
Like I do like traveling around. I like getting to meet people. I've got one of my, I don't know if you know who Tiffany Justice is with Moms for Liberty.
No, well, yeah.
But she says all the time, who knew we were going to make so many cool friends in our 40s?
Right. Is this the trailer right here?
Yeah, with the blonde lady.
Okay.
That's Julie Beeling. She wrote the book it's based on. Even in the future, nothing works.
We'll see here. It's spinning.
Oh, did I post it twice? I'm an idiot.
Here's the thing about communism. When it comes knocking at your door, it doesn't say, "Hi, I'm here to impoverish, enslave, and murder you." It says, "I'm here to liberate you from oppression."
I thought of myself as a happy kid. I had no idea that I was being brainwashed.
So the KGB agents would go into the church and then rise up.
That's right. All of them is infiltrated.
This was a rape of the body of Christ.
You take over the colleges of education, then you take over all the teachers, then you take over all the students, and thus you get the future.
He said the ultimate objective of having government school was to destroy Christianity. Those were his words.
People's war means to destroy the opposing country through unconventional methods.
And Khrushchev bragged about it. We'll take America without firing a shot.
In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of American students without being challenged. The result you can see.
Ooh. That looks good. What is that going to be on?
It's going to be, you got to deal with Rumble, so it's primarily going to be on Rumble, and we'll spread it from there.
I was going to ask, it must be exclusively on Rumble.
I don't know that it's totally exclusive because we're talking about.
Can YouTube host something like that?
Well, I hope so.
Would you get demonetized? Do you think?
Let me just tell YouTube what I think about that. I hope we do. I hope we can put it on YouTube, and I hope we get demonetized, and we'll put up a YouTube edit where we literally just put up the YouTube emblem over the scenes they don't want shown and do the Charlie Brown womp voice to the part people they don't want to hear. And we'll put up a YouTube edit with a link to send to people to the real thing. To hell with them. We can get around this censorship and turn it to our advantage these days.
It's very bizarre that they would choose to demonetize something that's someone's legitimate opinion about a very worrisome trend. And
mean,
this is something that people should discuss. And to be able to discuss these things, especially in this wonderful world of open communication that we find ourselves in, you should be able to have both perspectives. You should have the perspective of the queer theorists.
That's right.
And you should have the perspective of the people who say, this is where all this comes from.
That's right.
And if you don't do that, then you limit information. And some of that information, especially the stuff that you're talking about that seems to be absolutely true and provable, that's you're letting that stuff go through because it opposes your ideology, and that by definition makes you a cult member.
That's exactly right.